friends, welcome back and thank you for joining me today. It is a gorgeous spring day. It's going to be a high of about 22 degrees Celsius here in Ontario, Canada. And right now it's about 20 degrees, and it's just really a beautiful day to be outdoors. So I thought today would be a really great day to give you an update. It's been 3 weeks since the seeds have been in the ground, so I'm going to give you an update of what I planted. So come along with me. All right, so here I have the strawberries and everything is coming along nicely. I actually just added some mulch, and this is cedar mulch. It's all natural, so it has no coloring in there. So that's good for fruits and vegetables. And then yesterday in here, I planted a tomato plant over here, as well as some spearmint. I actually wanted to plant some thyme, but I didn't find any that I liked anyway at the nursery. And as usual, my raspberry bushes are thriving. Almost tripped there. All right, so over here I planted an asparagus plant. It's not looking very good right now. However, I did transplant it about a week ago, so I hope it survives. I read that asparagus plants do not like to be moved, but I hope it survives. And then here I have some onions going. So I wanted to show you guys some details that I added to the garden bed. So I added a mulch pathway, and what I did was I actually, whoa, wasp. Oh my, what? Why is it still here? Okay, friends, so I wanted to show you guys some details that I added to the garden beds. I added this pathway, and it's cardboard that I have underneath, and then I laid some mulch on top, and I added 3 bird baths. This one is the 2 at the ends, this one and the other one down there. Those are both oh, that pot's blocking it, but they're both pictures of, what is this now, a peacock, and then in the middle we have a beautiful butterfly. And then I just added some lights here, and lights always make everything look better, right? And some of my cardboard is exposed, but it has to settle in. It is supposed to rain on, actually later on this evening, but you know, with this weather, we don't know if it's actually going to rain, even though there's a 65% chance. And so here I added a pot. This is, what plant is this? It had already bloomed. Hyacinth white. It's a spring bulb, but the bulbs are pretty strong. I transplanted them a week or so ago, so it's doing quite well. And yeah, the path, it just really brought out the garden, and I really love it. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. We are going to start, let me give you a full perspective here. And we have lots of dandelions, even though the lawn was cut yesterday. All right, so let's start from here. So over here, I added a flower. I can't remember what it's called, but I also planted some more flowers from seeds here. So that's supposed to spring up and look really beautiful. And then here I have a blackberry bush. And I took this from my old house and I planted it in a pot because I knew, I had a feeling I'd be moving. And so yeah, that house was sold, and I still have my blackberry bush. And then over here, I planted some marigolds. I planted about 9 of them along the garden bed. And so I'm looking forward to them just getting larger. And so what else do we have here? So remember the last time we planted some lettuce? So the lettuce is coming up. The one here, the roll, remember in the last video, if you watched it, there's a roll, a lettuce roll that I planted. It had over 500 seeds and blah, blah, blah. That did not do well. I will not buy that again. But here we have our cabbage coming up. When they grow a little taller, I'm gonna thin them out. Some marigolds, we got the Swiss chard. So everything is blooming, everything is coming along well, and I'm just really proud of the garden so far. In this spot here, I have not planted anything yet. Here I completely forgot what I planted in this grow bag that's seen better days, but you know what, it's doing what it's supposed to do. I have my raspberry bush coming up and over, and these things, check it out. If you watched the last video about me putting the bed together, you saw, you know, the story of how I broke the handle. I just put some tape around here and it's doing a-okay. So I planted the tomatoes here, and you can see this is from a magnolia tree. I'll show you guys. It's actually really pretty. It's my neighbor's tree. Isn't it gorgeous? And the birds absolutely adore this tree. So much so that there has been poop on this side of the fence. So I planted 2 seeds here and these guys sprung up. They're doing well. This one I only did 1 and it's doing well. So everything is looking good. These are some more blackberry plants. They're very small. Nothing is in here. Oh, this fell over. That's lovely. Ouch! Another thing to clean up. Ooh. And this is another raspberry bush. It's actually from my neighbors and it just came over. So I was like, welcome raspberry plants. These things propagate so easily. They will propagate in any type of soil. So if you are planting raspberry bushes this spring, I would put it in a container if I don't want it all over the place, or like a contained space in your yard, because it will just go everywhere. All right, and then this is along the fence. Let me show you. And this is a very new garden, by the way, guys. I planted these last, when did I plant these? Last autumn. And so they're doing quite well. This is a rose bush right here, one here and one here in between these round, right there. Yeah, here and there. And they're mini rose bushes, and I actually had 6 of them. They don't do very well in pots, but these guys are doing so well. I planted these I think it was last autumn as well. And then these guys are, what are they called? I think red bush. Let's see. I always keep the tag on because I can never remember the name. Burning bush. Yes, I remember Moses had something to do with these. Burning bush. So I have 1, 2, and 3. And then in between here, here, and there, I planted some flowers, and those are from seeds because I want to block out. See the grass there coming from the neighbors? I want to kind of block that out because I'm tired of weeding it out. And then I have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 evergreen tree, and you could see the hostas are coming up, and you can see the newspaper. So I got to put some more mulch over there. So yeah, the garden is coming along. Things are blooming here in Zone 5B in Ontario, Canada. And I'm gonna watering. You gotta maintain your garden with water. Okay, friends, thank you so much for joining me on today's little garden tour. I can't wait for everything to flourish. We're in Zone 5B in Ontario, Canada, so many people are starting to plant now. I believe May 5th was our last frost date, and so the weather is consistently going to be around 18 to 20 degrees in the next week or so. So many people are starting to plant now, and I'm hoping that my 3 to 4 weeks ahead, I can't remember how long ahead I planted the seeds, is going to pay off. I just direct sowed because planting indoors doesn't work for me, and I am so very busy. I'm trying to slow down, but life sometimes can be very demanding. This is why I love the garden. It is work to maintain your garden, especially to start out with the sowing of the seeds and such, but it's so very rewarding, and it's also therapeutic, and it's quiet. Like right now I see a robin over there, and just the birds chirping, the sound of the birds, and just looking at the trees, it does something to your nervous system. It's very calming. So I totally enjoy that aspect of gardening. There's so many benefits to it. Growing your own food, it just tastes different, and it's just better for you as well. But yeah, thanks for joining me. And if you want to see how I set up this spot, because 3 weeks ago this did not look like it, okay? This not did not look like this. So if you want to see how I set up this spot, I am going to be posting a video soon, so stay tuned for that. My friends, thank you for joining me today on Living the Garden Live. I love you for watching, and have a great day. Take care. Bye bye.